عليك بتقوى الله إن كنت غافلا يأتيك بالأرزاق من حيث لا تدري فكيف تخاف الفقر والله.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear listener, to another episode in our ongoing series, The Fruit of Fasting, with me, your sister Leila Abdirahman. Today, we shall be looking at a very interesting and a very impactful benefit of Taqwa. Subhanallah. As human beings, conflict is inevitable. As you go through life, you will figure out that every one of us has an enemy. Even if you might say, but Leila, I am so beloved by everyone, I don't have enemies. MashaAllah, good for you. But remember that Iblis is the enemy of mankind, and he's an enemy who will never ever become your friend. So in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us, bi'idhnillah, because we're in this series because we want to become from the people of Taqwa, He's giving us the benefits that accrue to you from becoming the people of Taqwa and how it can help you to combat your enemies. What is the recipe? How do you deal with these people? These people who, of course, with Iblis, you seek refuge in Allah. And then with the people, how do you deal with them? You know, subhanAllah, those people who, when good happens for you, they're unhappy. You tell them about something good that happened to you, a promotion, or you got a child, or something just good happened to you. And you tell this person, they're sad. It is as if you've told them that there's been a death. But if something bad happens to you, they're happy. So let's dive into this ayah, which is in Surah Al-Imran, ayah 120, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن تمسسكم حسنة تسؤهم وإن تصبكم سيئة يفرحوا بها وإن تصبروا وتتقوا لا يضركم كيدهم شيئا إن الله بما يعملون محيط. If good touches you, it distresses them. If harm strikes you, they rejoice at it. And if you're patient and fear Allah, their plot will not harm you in any way. Indeed, Allah is Al-Muhit. He's all-encompassing of what they do. Case in point. Yusuf alayhi salam was in the house of Aziz. The wife of Aziz wanted him to commit zina with him. He is a prophet of Allah. You know, subhanAllah, maybe there are people in the 21st century who will not see if what he did was so, subhanAllah, so wrong. But this is a man of taqwa. This is a man who fears the punishment of Allah. So even though it was just him and the wife of Aziz, and whatever happened would have just probably stayed between them, he said no. What did he say? He said, prison is more beloved to me than what she and her cohorts, her friends, because at some point she called all her friends, and then we all know the incident in Surah Al-Yusuf where they even cut their hands when they see the beauty of Yusuf alayhi salam. And despite all of that, Yusuf said, prison is more beloved to me than what they call me to. So they plotted and planned against him. He goes to prison. He stays there for a very long time. Before that, he was betrayed by his own blood brothers. So subhanAllah, he has been through a lot. And his enemies have plotted against him a lot. His father told him, subhanAllah, about when he told him, Dad, I had a dream. He said, don't tell your brothers, because they will not be happy. They're envious. They're not happy for him. Subhanallah. And in that surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informs us بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قالوا وإنك لأنت يوسف قال أنا يوسف وهذا أخي قد من الله علينا إنه من يتقي ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. Here, what does Yusuf alayhi salam say? He says, they replied, and his brothers, because now his brothers came. This is like the final reveal, almost the last acts of this whole beautiful story. And I encourage every one of us to read this, subhanallah, this very beautiful verse. So they replied in shock, are you really Joseph? I mean, you know, you throw someone in a well, then years later, he's the person you're coming to ask for food. Subhanallah. And he says, yes, I'm Yusuf, and this is my brother Binyamin. Of course, the ayah doesn't say Binyamin, it says, this is my brother. Allah has been truly gracious to us. Surely, whoever has taqwa and is patient, then Allah never discounts the reward of the muhsinin. And in this verse, what does Allah say? Allah says, if you have patience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا. If you have patience and you have taqwa, then their plots will not harm you in any way. The plots of the brother of Yusuf, the plot of the wife of the Aziz, the plot of the women, friends of the Aziz, of the city who the wife of Aziz invited, all these people, and of course Iblis, because Iblis is the ultimate enemy, subhanallah, all their plots did not do anything to Yusuf. In the end, he came out successful, he came out strong. So your enemies are weak because you have Allah. So abshir, glad tidings, and be from the people of taqwa. أقول قولي هذا. Whatever good that you've heard is from Allah, and whatever mistakes that you've heard are from my soul and Iblis. Subhanallah. أقول قولي هذا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.